In the early hours of June 7, 1981, the skies above Baghdad looked deceptively calm. But 1,100 kilometers away, 8 Israeli F-16 fighter jets, escorted by 6 F-15s, were racing through the sky with a mission so controversial, it would shake the foundations of international law and warfare. Their target: a nearly completed nuclear reactor known as Osirak, just outside the Iraqi capital. Iraq claimed it was for peaceful research. Israel believed it was the ticking heart of Saddam Hussein's future nuclear bomb. Just a few years earlier, Iraq had signed a deal with France to build the Osirak reactor. To the world, it was scientific cooperation. To Israeli intelligence, it was a disguised threat. Mossad agents uncovered information suggesting the reactor could be operational within months, and once it was, a strike would risk a radioactive catastrophe. Israel's Prime Minister, Menachem Begin, faced a grim choice: launch a preemptive strike now, or risk facing a nuclear Iraq later. It wasn't Israel's first time wrestling with such threats, but this was different. Iraq had already fought a brutal war with Iran, used chemical weapons, and had shown little hesitation in targeting civilians. A nuclear-armed Saddam Hussein could be a disaster not just for Israel, but for the entire Middle East. The operation, codenamed Operation Opera, was planned in absolute secrecy. Pilots trained over the desert, flew low to avoid radar, and carried out mock missions to perfect their timing. On the day of the attack, they flew over Jordan and Saudi Arabia, undetected, before entering Iraqi airspace. In under 2 minutes, they dropped their bombs on Osirak, reducing years of construction to rubble. None of the pilots were harmed. The mission was militarily flawless. Politically, it was explosive. The world reacted with outrage. The United Nations condemned the strike. The United States, Israel's closest ally, issued a harsh rebuke. Even Western Europe criticized the operation as a dangerous precedent. But behind closed doors, many admitted Israel had delayed a nuclear Iraq by at least a decade. Saddam Hussein was furious and vowed revenge. But the damage was done. The Osirak reactor would never be rebuilt. In hindsight, the 1981 airstrike is now often cited as one of the most successful preemptive operations in military history. Some argue it helped force Iraq to pursue nuclear weapons through less visible means. Others believe it prevented a regional arms race. But one thing is certain: in less than 120 seconds, Israel rewrote the rules of nuclear deterrence. The story of Osirak isn't just about jets and bombs. It's about fear, calculation, and a willingness to strike before a threat becomes unstoppable. And for better or worse, it showed the world that sometimes, waiting